everybody, it's Mike COOCH. In this particular lead generation case study here for local, I am going to be focused on chiropractors, and specifically chiropractors in the Denver market. Now this opportunity came to me essentially because of my propensity to be constantly selling and because of a relationship that I have, relationships that I have in Denver as I lived there for many years. And so this opportunity came up to help a chiropractic chain there in the Denver area that has 6 locations, and they're looking for somebody to help them with lead generation. They've tried some various service providers in the past and been frustrated, and so I told them I would take it on, and using our model, of course, it's a very low risk way for them to get started working with us. So we're going to dive into this market. Now I got to tell you, if I was just picking the best market to get into, it would probably not be chiropractors. The reason that I say that is just that I think that there is a lot of it's a very mixed perception of this business and of the value of this business. So a lot of the people that you're going to be running ads to, my guess is, in this marketplace are going to be skeptical. There's going to be people who are downright negative about this industry, and so you're just kind of putting yourself at a little bit of a disadvantage to start. Versus, let's say, a similar kind of a related field, say like cosmetic dentistry. There's not anybody out there that's going to be upset about cosmetic dentistry or see ads and consider that a real negative. If somebody wants to fix their smile or needs to fix their smile, then a cosmetic dentist is somebody that they're absolutely going to be thrilled about. They may be more expensive than they want to pay, but they're going to be happy to at some point or another invest their money to fix that smile, and they're going to be really happy with the results. LASIK eye surgeons is another good example. I got LASIK eye surgery a few years ago, and it's an absolutely life-changing experience. To go from being nearly blind to waking up one day and having better than 20/20 vision is just such a life-changing experience that, again, there are no LASIK haters out there, really. I mean, there may be a very few number that had a bad experience with LASIK, but for the most part, it's a medical treatment, an elective medical treatment, which is one of our main categories that we're very interested in doing lead generation for, that people have a very, very positive experience and very positive perception of. Chiropractors, on the other hand, it is a very mixed bag. There are a lot of people out there that think it's just absolute quackery. It's not really science. It's not really benefiting anybody. There are people out there that legitimately just believe that chiropractors are just tricking you into coming back and getting more treatments. Now, on the flip side of this, the positive is that most chiropractors, not all of them, but a good number of them, and certainly the ones that have 6 practices in a market, are business people. Yes, they may have the medical training of being a chiropractor, but they realize that their business is about marketing and about getting patients in the door and keeping those patients long term. That is a big reason why there's a mixed message for this industry. So there's some positives to this. The positives are that I can find clients who actually really understand this and are willing to invest in marketing. The downside is there's going to be a very mixed market that I'm marketing to. So just being aware of that. Again, this is probably not the market that I would just go and pick if I was just sitting back and strategically determining the right market to go after. But this opportunity kind of fell in our lap. Like I said, it's a relationship that I have that I'm interested in helping the guy out and all that good stuff. So you can see here, though, I just gone into the Google AdWords keyword planner just so I can get a little bit of an idea of what are the search volumes like in the Denver market. And there's a couple ways to search for keywords, so I can put in actual Denver chiropractors or Denver chiropractor or chiropractor Denver or whatever. But you can also search just for like chiropractor and then narrow your targeting into the Denver market as well. So there's a couple different ways to do these keyword searches. Really, all I'm looking for is just some high-level insights into this market. I'm not overly concerned about the exact number of searches. I want to see, obviously, some healthy search volume and some decent trends, but I'm not overly concerned about the exact numbers. You can see here that it looks like it trends up and peaks in May, which is good. We're going into summertime. It is actually, I should say it's lowest in summertime, which is, I guess, not good. It's peaking in it looks like springtime. So that's just something to be aware of in the marketplace. It's also interesting to look down here and to see what are some of the keyword terms, what are the monthly searches. I thought this was interesting. It's low competition for this keyword term in Denver. That actually really surprised me. I would expect that this would be a pretty competitive keyword term. As you guys know, I'm going to show you how to generate leads using Facebook ads first. But look, I am a big believer in go get your leads wherever you can get your leads and sell them at a profit. So I absolutely am going to be looking at what I could do here in Google to potentially go after this market for lead generation with Google AdWords as well. But you can see here, some of these keywords. Again, there's Denver chiropractors. There's chiropractor Denver with a medium competition. Denver chiropractor medium. Chiropractic in Denver medium. Chiropractor Denver CO low. So there's a decent number of searches going on and a little bit of a variety of terms. Nothing really is outrageously high competition, so that's encouraging to see. You can see here some of the other major markets, San Diego, Houston, and see some of the monthly search volumes in those major markets. So that gives me some ideas into the scalability of this opportunity into other markets. These suggested bids, some of these are pretty darn high. There's a decent range here, all the way from $5.85 all the way up to $23.49. So even though the competition is low, it may be pretty expensive to generate leads. That's not surprising to me. I am anticipating in this market that generating a lead at $50 or something like that would be a good cost, and selling those leads for around $100 would be probably pretty good in this market. We may be able to even get a little bit more than that, and I think that largely will depend on how savvy of a customer we can find. So in addition, what I did is I did my good old Google searches for average lifetime value of a customer or a patient. And so you can see here, I just did average patient value chiropractic. This is the very first page that I came to. Found a couple of resources. It's actually a local marketing guy. It's got some data on chiropractic patients. This is nice, a little YouTube video from this company, Segmental Media, that's clearly going after the chiropractic market. They had some good data. If you look at this chiropractic video, you can see here, if you know that the average first visit is worth, say, $120, then you must be willing to spend a bare minimum of $120 in advertising to get a new patient. So it's a good benchmark number, $120, which is right around what we were thinking. And if you go back through this video, they do a good job of kind of justifying why this is. If a new patient is worth $1,000, then theoretically you should be willing to spend $1,000 to get that patient. You'll still earn a $333 profit due to the fact that 1 out of every 3 patients refer someone. So they're looking at really trying to bake into this number of what a customer is worth, referrals and different services and all that good stuff. So it's just some good benchmark data to have, and it's good to see how another company is presenting this. And my understanding. So I also did an interview with a chiropractic firm and asked them what their patient value is, and they told me their first year patient value is $2,500. So I've got a good number to work with. That's just year one. If you look at this article from this guy, he's talking about according to Billing Precision LLC, which I'm not sure exactly who they are, but it says chiropractic patient is worth $7,500. That's lifetime value, and that's assuming $1,500 a year for 5 years. Okay, so the firm that I'm working with is already beating that number pretty significantly with $2,500 just in the first year alone. You can also see here, as you're considering other markets, look at this. For a dental practice, the lifetime value is $22,000. So about 3 times the lifetime value of the chiropractic patient, which again, as you're evaluating markets to go into, that's an important number. So I've got some good data to work with here, some good benchmarks, and I'm going to pitch how much I think a lead is worth to this chiropractic client of ours, and then we're going to get started generating some leads. But this is this is effectively how I would suggest that at a bare minimum, you research your market, get some good data on your market. I would do some comparisons. So get in here and search cosmetic dentists, LASIK. If you're in the kind of elective medical market, some of those opportunities. If you're doing home services, get in and search for landscapers, landscape contractors, kitchen remodeling, things like that, to give you some ideas. And again, you can get more focused here. So if I do Colorado, for my searches here, and then I can, the Denver for my searches here, I could also then take out the keyword, and I don't even know if landscapers is the word that people would use, but we'll find out here. So I can get some ideas of what people are searching for in a more local market. Although this still looks like it's pulling numbers from okay. So I would believe that in the local market, that is absolutely a possibility that there's 74,000 searches going on for the term landscaping. Just that term is not really a buyer term. So landscaping design, 40,500. I don't know, that seems a little bit high to me. Let's pull off this targeting. That's why. There we go. No, still showing up with that. No, there we go. So we can see here now, this is just Denver. I still have the United States listed on there. So this is just Denver. So you can see for something like landscaping design, landscaping companies, gardeners. So if I'm considering in this particular market going after landscaping, I can go through these terms and get some ideas. Let's go back to chiropractor with just the Denver filter on there. So 1,900 searches, and then we can see some related searches. So sciatica, so that's one I can definitely go after. Lower back pain. So here we're coming up with a lot of different keywords. Some of them that are not really competitive that we could go after with Google Ads as well, and we can also go after these, something like sciatica. I'm sure that we can go after that with Facebook targeting as well. So just good data. Again, recommend that you just kind of poke through this data, doing your research, do your Google searches as well, and see what you find there. And then, as I suggested, go and find somebody actually in that market and try and do an interview with them, get some of that firsthand knowledge. So next step, we'll start setting up some campaigns for this market and see how we do.